Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to explain you Keycloak software installation, what is the use of Keycloak, how to we can use and run in our software industry in the part of our DevOps. So I'm going to explain each and everything. First, let me introduce myself. Myself is Anil Kumar Patel. I have 8+ year of experience in DevOps field. This is my YouTube channel, DevOps Anil, and this is below his LinkedIn profile, Anil Kumar Patel 1993. And certificate I have done of Kubernetes administrator. So I thought my plan that I should create a series of lecture where we can use the how industry is using DevOps pipeline. So my main focus is that use all open source software only. Try to use less paid software, which is basically it will provide you limited time. But for open source software, you can use it do any DevOps work. So first is that to get SSO enable. For that, Keycloak is the one. So let's start with that. This is our agenda, today's agenda. What is Keycloak server and its uses? How we can set up that in production ready way using DV and Docker. Keycloak basic admin task. We can create a new realm and new user over there, new user and group. So we will do that. Now, what is Keycloak server? Here is the definition. So Keycloak server is an open source identity and access management solution provided by Red Hat. It have lot of features. Few of them are single sign-on, user federation, social login, multi-factor authentication, identity brokering, client adapters, security token service, authorization service. So basically, whatever the IAM need to be done, it can be provided. I believe I need not to explain each and every features means. If required, I'll just ping or comment. I'll give you the full information about each features. What does it mean? Here, the prerequisite of this installation and demo, we need one virtual machine with 4 GB RAM and 50 GB SSD. In the same machine, we need to install Docker Engine and Docker Compose. So we need to provide that thing. The steps to run Keycloak server. There is a simple steps. When we are using Docker, we have a Docker Compose thing. So we need to create a Docker Compose file where we are going to pass all official image and basic configuration details over there and run it. It will come up. So what are the other requirements? We need a certificate. So for that we are using let's encrypt Certbot, where it will give you the certificate. Enable ingress port for the Keycloak node so that we can hit that node. Okay, these are the official documentation which is basically uh, provided. This is my GitHub repo where I am going to use this one documentation. Other documentation is for reference, but for demo purpose I am going to use this one only. So let's go to this documentation. I already open over here. So start with this documentation. Okay, now first thing is first, we need a VM. Prerequisite, we need a VM. So I'm using DigitalOcean. You can create and sign up for that. you will get a 200 in the first time sign up bonus, $200, which is enough for this 2 months. Means you can use this environment 2 months. Just you need a basic credit card, or not basic, you need actually credit card or debit card. So yeah, while creating that, I'm just creating a droplet is just a VM on here. So I'm creating for my near location is Bangalore, and Ubuntu version, it's I'm going to use it here. Droplet type basic, I need to use this one is so 4 GB. I said that, so I'm selecting the 4 GB one so that I don't need to problem with that. I already configure my SSH key, so I'm not going to do that. You can do it's a simple the same way we are connecting to GitHub or anywhere SSH key setup. You can do that. So I already done it. If you don't want to do that, use the password one. But recommendation is that don't do password one, because the password one, if you enable for public, it is chance of a brute force attack, and after that, if brute force attack on your VM, then DigitalOcean is going to block your network and you cannot do anything on that VM. You need to just drop the VM. So this is not recommended. You need to do that. I'm explaining this because I used the password one of my VM and it got brute force attack and network is down and lost my all data over there. So I am doing that now. Hostname, I'm not going to use default one. I'm going to use demo hostname. Create droplet, nothing else. I can tag as well, but it is not required mandatory. But yeah, I'm doing it. Till the time it is coming up, I am explaining what are other things in the document. So right now, as you saw, I am creating a fresh VM. So I don't have anything over there. So I need to install Docker Docker image and all. So we need to follow this documentation. Let me open it. It is in the same repo, only is the different folder structures. So it will come in the folder structure of a Docker installation and this one. Okay. So before using this one, we need to go with the README of this one. README in this is the first command we need to we need to execute, because in I don't know why in Ubuntu, means in DigitalOcean, we need when we are trying to install anything, it is basically ask a restart permission at the time of user. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to be stop those things by using this command. This is the command which is basically suppress that and automatically accept everything whatever it comes for asking a user. At the end we are doing the same, so it is good to we have command. So I'm my machine is ready. I'm going to copy that and execute side by side over the command as well. Give me a second. This is my ready. Now command terminal is come up. So already I inform you that I have SSH configured, so I need not to configure again. Means I need not to pass my key here. So this is done. Let me next one is that we need to execute this one. So copy this line, paste it. It's done. It is need to execute only once. Now we need to create the file. As I don't have git and all anything in this VM, so we need to work as a VM command. I'm doing that. Once this one done, go here, copy this everything, paste it, just come out, and then give the permission chmod +x dot slash docker Now we can execute directly. I'm executing without any parameter, but yeah, let me explain it. What it is doing it. I'll open the script and explain it till the time it is running. So in the script, we are creating, means we are installing Docker engine here. First, we are officially getting us a key. Then we are installing basically default software which is required for that. Just follow the documentation of Docker Hub to install that. I added in a script way, nothing very much extreme. So here I did that, installing the Docker. After that, I am doing this one. This one basically required when you want a container running inside the Docker, means you want to run a Docker command inside some Docker container. So the host having a this file which is basically need a permission of a Docker engine. So we want to share it, the permission is required. That's the reason I am doing it. Right now I'm not using this one, but in the Jenkins time I will show you how to, what is the use of this actual. Here few default software I want to install: make, git, certbot basically to get us SSL. So I'm doing it here, restarting the Docker engine. Now the fun part is that creating, I am not going to use root user in Ubuntu. Droplet, means DigitalOcean only provide one single user, so I am going to create the user as well with the default username and password is a distro for my user. So I am going to do that. But if you want to update this one, so just pass the value of in script. While running the script, it just pass two parameter. First one is a username and for second one is a password of that one. So just doing that and just executing the command. Okay, so let's go to the documentation again. Once you executed the script, I believe it is executed. Now what I am getting here is that Docker engine installed, Docker compose installed, git client, make install, certbot install, and username password of this created. Okay, so let me go to this. First check that Docker is installed or not, verify that. How we can verify it? Sudo, oh sorry, docker ps. So it is verifying that it is installed. Now we need to switch the user, su minus distro. This user is created, so I'm switching the user. Now clear screen. Okay, sudo su. Let me check the root permission of this. It's having a root permission as well, this user, so we are good. Now Docker installation means my prerequisites almost done. Only thing is that now we need to get a domain. Here is the volume section. Basically either you can use Docker volume or you can use relative path. I'm going to use relative path. So yeah, for running a Keycloak server, the requirement is that you need a domain, but domain we don't, means generally people doesn't have. So there is another way. If you have, then it's fine, you can add it in your entry, a record entry and IP address over there. But if you don't have domain, you can use DuckDNS. It is a free and open source. Basically it will route your traffic over there, so you need to just log in here. It is not going to take any credit card on anything. Just you need to use your Gmail login, means create a sign up and login. I'm going to do the same. So here I have created this domain, but I'm going to delete. Earlier I have created, but right now I'm deleting it. Now again I'm going to create the same. You can do but make sure that it is should be unique, because it is a subdomain. It is open source, so anyone can use, and you need to find a way to get a basically what you can say, unique way. Okay, you need to try it few times. uh, IP, and here IP Basically, I need to go over here. I need to copy this public IP. So my DNS setup is ready. For verify that, I need to copy this and go to the my machine VM. Just ping the DNS. It is coming. The response means that my DNS is ready. Now I'm able to hit that. Why I did that? Because when we create a execute a certbot command, it is the recommended means it is only way certbot initially check that your host is present or not, host is reaching the your VM or not. So that's the reason we need to have a DNS. Otherwise, your SSL will not configured. Okay. Now come to that SSL need to configuration, SSL configuration. So need a private key and public key. We are not going to create by own. We are going to use the certbot thing. Let's certbot. Let's encrypt. So I already executed this file. So we don't need to execute this below one. We just need to execute this one. I am passing here my DNS. You can pass your own DNS and email. I am passing a fake one, but you can do anything. You can pass your own. Uh, okay. So let me copy this and execute over here. Here, yes. So account registration is done in Certbot. Now it is going to be fetch, create a certificate for me and keep this in location. Certificate saved in this location and key is saved in this location. Okay. So now next step is that we need to clone this repo, whole repo, because git is already installed now, so we no need to install git again. So it's there. I need to copy this. Certbot is not yet completed over here. I believe it should be. It should not take much time. Let's wait for a few seconds more. Till the time it's done, I'll let you explain what other thing is that after the clone. So after the cloning, we need to update this property file as per your requirement. This one is basically duckdns, basically domain name. You need to pass it. Here is the same. Only thing is that auth, and here the only DNS thing, not HTTP URLs. Okay. Either you can execute this one by one, or either you can use this file, as I am keeping this file over the same location of this setup. So you can do that. You need to update this one, all, whatever the value. I am passing default values, so which I am going to use it. Okay. So we need to execute like this, and once done, then we need to make sure that in Docker Compose, no, sorry, in nginx.conf file, we make sure that these three path, these three things: server name, certificate, SSL certificate, and SSL certificate key, it should be using correct DNS name, DNS value. Otherwise, it will be the problem in the Nginx to come up. It should be correct. And also this path, if you I'll show you here. This is the same path which I am using over here. So the key is saved over this path. So we need to copy the same. If we copy, make sure that this name is correct, then by default this is the always the same location. Okay. Okay. So now here certificate is done. Let's this command execute. Git clone. Let me again sudo su because I face some problem over there. That's the reason I did that. I exit it again. Keycloak DevOps Keycloak setup clear. Now we need to use so if you remember, we need to use this command. Okay, execute it. Now we need to check the Postgres password to verify that my environment variable is work or not. Right now everything is I'm executing in a host only. So environment variable I set it for host. This is the coming, so it's working. For me, Nginx conf, I no need to configure, means I need not to do that because I am using the same duck DNS, so I'm not going to change over anything. I am using the correct path and all, so it's for me it will work. But for you, you need to make sure that these values should be updated as per the DNS. Okay, so yeah, that is done. Let's do the fun part. So we are in the Docker Compose. So before running the Docker Compose, let me explain you what inside in the Docker Compose. Uh, First, at the bottom, we are creating a network. Basically, this network is type is bridge. In bridge means in Docker, when we use bridge, it is used for communication between host machine and Docker container via port binding. Also, the same network I am going to use for each and every services. So it means that internally they can communicate with their container name. Okay. So this is the reason I am creating a network. Now let's start with the service now. So service I am creating, first service is a Postgres one. So it will basically, I am using the Postgres default image. What are the default properties need for Postgres? I am passing it. This environment variable values coming, which I just executed environment.sh file, set environment.sh file, which is having this detail. So that is basically setup. So for permanent storage, as I mentioned that I am going to use relative path. So dot slash data is going to be create automatically a folder for storing all the present inside the container of a value. It will be mounted over here. Okay. Now Keycloak I am using a official Docker image. Here container image, port binding I am doing it, but it's not required for this. But yeah, I am doing it. Postgres depend on Postgres because Keycloak I am using the Postgres as a database backend for Keycloak, so it should be depend on that. Once Postgres is ready, then only it is going to be start the deployment of this Keycloak server. Command in Keycloak documentation, if you see, there are only two command you can pass it. First one is a start, second one is a start day, start hyphen day. So start hyphen dev is basically used for development mode where you no need to require pass external database, you no need to require SSL anything. But when you use the start, there is a condition you need to you need to use SSL as well as external database. So that's the reason I have using the Postgres and Nginx for providing a SSL reverse proxy for Keycloak. Okay, for doing a production ready, these are the default environment variable you need to pass it anyhow. So I am using that default variables over here and passing the value. You can there are a lot of other environment variable as well for as per their customization, what other customization you want, but right now I don't need any customization. I am using the default things and passing over here with the Postgres and all. The value whichever is the dollar is coming, it is coming from the environment variable, so it is already exported that. Same thing for Nginx. Nginx, here is the conf file which I explain you that we have passes a server name and a certificate path thing, and the certificate actually that certificate right now is present on host, so we need to mount that over a Keycloak server, Keycloak, no, sorry, Nginx container. So we are mounting that relative path over there. Okay, so let's do fun part. We need to use command docker compose up -d. So as I have created a fresh machine, it is not having any Docker images, so it is going to download from Docker up, and once it is download, it will start the containers. So let's wait for that. It is still pulling. Yeah, it's pulled. Now we can Docker ps. Now we can check the log of a Keycloak kubectl. Oh, sorry. Docker ps Docker logs -f19 for I'm passing a container ID in the Docker. You can pass any from starting any individual unique number. So 19 is the individual for other two, so it is good. We can check the log over here. So from here it is saying that it is added user. It is already created a table over there in the database. So we are good to use that. Now we need to use, so see, it's exit from the my user, so we need to again log in over there. So su hyphen the str register. I can go to the although I no need to go, but let me, if I need to change any cd devops Keycloak. Okay, so it's about 1 minute. Let us check on the here. So we have our DNS setup. Let us go with the DNS value. This is the DNS value. We need to click and enter. So this is my Keycloak server. Now we have set up a default admin on password, so we are going to use it for master login. Admin password 123. So yeah, this is basic things. Means Keycloak server is set up, is done. Now it is recommended that we should not use master Keycloak one, Keycloak realm. So we need to create a demo realm to use it for, basically I'm going to show the basic of this, how we can manage it. So let me create a basic create realm. If you already have a resource file of that, you can upload it over here, but I don't have anything. This is a new account, so we need to create demo realm and it's enable. So how it is work, realm is going to work like that, is separate entity. It is basically separated from one realms to another realm. uh, so each user and all is different. Each we can identity provider the things which I was explaining, that it is a client broker as well, means so this way it is going to be use. And if you want to configure third parties via open api and saml using this Keycloak, you can do take a detail over here. So it will give you the detail of that, what the client is required, and you need to create a client over here as well. So you need to create over client over here. The users in the demo right now, nothing user is present because it is a fresh one, so we need to create a new user. So how you can create it? Just simply select the new user. Right now I cannot use any of these features because I don't set up a background of this, means configure or OTP means that I need some way mechanism to send a message on your phone for OTP, or verify emails. SMTP server need to be present, but I don't have any of this, so I'm not going to use any of those features as of now. I just create a demo admin user email, demo@gmail. I can put anything because it is not going to verify things. If I select this one, it is means that by default it is this Gmail is verified. This email is, so name is that demo admin. Sorry. User created. Let's set the credential. Right now it is nothing set it. So let me set it. Demo. I'm not going to unlock this. If you did that, it means that if you're not doing, it means when you off that, basically it will not, when you first time login, it will not ask for change. But I am enabling it. It will ask for first time when I log in, it will change. It will ask for change the password. Okay, this user is all set up. Now it doesn't have any permission right now. Okay, so either I can provide the permission over here. It is having a default role, but it is not having anything in this role. It doesn't have any access. Okay, so assign role, but I'm not going to do by user and all. I'm going to create a group, and I'll provide the group and add the member over, means user over this group. So let me create a group quickly, admin, and when I click here, role mapping, assign roles. So default roles are these, but I'm not interested on realms role. I'm interested on client role. This client, basically this client roles coming when you create a, when master realm create a new realm, this client automatically created. So in this client have a proper access of that what need to be done over this here. So right now I'm using the master user for updating anything over here. So this is the first user in my demo realm, so I need to provide each and everything so that it can be used when this user going to logged in, this can be access this realm properly, otherwise it will not able to have. Okay, so let's add a member. Right now in this group nothing member is there, so I'm adding a demo admin. Add it. Now we need to log in this realm. How we can log in it? This is the client automatically created by uh, means when you create a new realm, it will automatically create. Okay, so here I am interested on security admin console. This is the console. I need to copy this URL, open a private window. Here I need to pass the user which I created for demo. See, here it is showing the demo one, so we need to pass the demo user. So what is the demo user? Demo admin, and password is I put it a demo. So let's see here, it is asking for change the password. I'm changing it. So it's logged in. Now I can manage only this user have only this manage, and nothing, it cannot be managed other than this. Okay, so realms settings and all we can do that. So this is the basic one. Right now I'm not going to add any new client over here, but next demo I'll going to use this Keycloak server and create a SSO for uh, SonarQube server. How we can do that, I'll give you the demo of that. With the same repo, I already did that in the same repo, but a little bit documentation need to update, so I'm going to do that. And in soon I will give you the demo of that, how we can create and how we can use this actual in a production scenario, what would be the way. Okay, do make sure if you have any doubt, do make sure comment and give a feedback how it is this demo was and is it working or not. Although I will update my GitHub link over my YouTube channel in the this video description, as well as I will attach this PPT over there as well. So thank you for joining and listening. Bye bye.